Sierras National Park. As usual, there's lots of wildlife along the way. Our destination is the Perito Moreno Glacier. Its face is as tall as a 20-story building. Because a peninsula almost makes actual contact with the glacier, and a series of catwalks has been built at the end of that peninsula, visitors can get incredibly close to the face of the glacier. We're going to have a farewell lunch at Sebastian's favorite restaurant and meet his wife, who is also a tour guide, and then we'll fly back to Buenos Aires. From there, some of us will go home, while the rest will experience the jungle and Yucatinga Lodge before going on to Iguazu Falls. Next morning, we took a nature walk in the jungle. The high point of this walk was this anteater. We learned how the natives trap birds and animals. Though the lodge was really beautiful, the heat was oppressive, and we welcomed the 3-hour bone-jarring journey that would take us back to civilization and Iguazu Falls. Our first view of the falls was from the Brazilian side, and it was spectacular. This is where Phoebe decided the cost of the visa was worthwhile. We walked out into the midst of the falls.
Getting very wet.
If this cormorant was trying to dry his wings, he picked the wrong place to do it. Next morning, we're back on the Argentine side, taking a nature walk through the national park on our way to see the falls from this side. And we finally see a monkey. Now that we're here, we see the Argentine side to be just as impressive as the Brazilian. And now we're going to experience the falls from below, and get very wet in the process. We are about to walk into the Devil's Throat on an elevated walkway across more than 1,100 meters of floodplain. Since nothing could top the experience of these falls, the movie should end here. But it doesn't. We go on to visit a place where injured birds are cared for until they can be returned to the wild. And now it's back to Buenos Aires and our farewell dinner. And adios to the most cohesive group we have ever traveled with. Phoebe and I still had 2 days in Buenos Aires, and since Sabos was going there, he took us to meet the staff at the local OAT office. We were greeted and treated like royalty, and got to take some beautiful pictures looking down from their balcony over this lovely city. Later, on our own, we visited and took a tour of the synagogue. We had lunch at the famous Cafe Tortoni. And then continued our wandering. On our last evening there, we had dinner with part of our Argentine family, Eduardo and Martin. And in the morning, at the end of a truly memorable trip, we boarded our flight for home.